sometimes people lie about that, or they find a way of just circumventing that issue. And then you get to the airport and the customs demand to see your account details, and they realize that the money you claim to have is not there. I had, I've not seen for myself, but I heard that there are instances where things like this happen and then they deport you back. And then for a child, you submit a letter of consent.
You look fabulous. Just look at you.
Oh,
Or maybe it's the camera.
you're recording this thing. You're recording and you're talking bullshit. Okay.
Yeah, I understand. Anyway. Mariam, Radio 2, you're welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
It's not an honor. It's me who is obliged to have you. I love your dimple. You did like this, and then I saw it, and I was like, "Damn, this is so beautiful." Yeah, I love it.
Annette.
Sorry, I over comment about it, but
This is supposed to be a serious meeting, right?
Yeah, this serious, but I won't talk about it again. Yeah, throughout the meeting today, I won't talk about it today. Anyways. So, guys, we're going to be talking about UK visa application with the dependents. I have already shown you how to apply for this visa when you were single like me. Does that make sense? Like when you're coming by yourself or alone. But we have Mariam who is here with her beautiful family and going to be taking us through. Oh, Ijaz.
He just wants to be a part of this meeting.
Definitely, yeah. As long as, he won't sue me in the future because I don't want to have trouble just because of Ijaz. But anyways, I understand. Ijaz, you're welcome. Keep smiling like that. That's the only thing you can do for me to allow you to be in this video. If you start crying, oh dear. He understood the assignment. Look at him. Oh, don't change. Anyways, we should focus. So, Mariam, I have a few questions for you, but at the end of those questions, we're going to be going through this application together. And the first question will be, you moved to the UK to start your PhD with your family. And I wonder, how many dependents are you allowed to have?
I'm not sure they specified the number of dependents you can come with. Because I know friends that moved into UK with their spouses and 3 children, spouses and 2 kids. I think you are the one that determines how many kids or how many dependents you can come with, depending on the resources you have at your disposal. Because you're gonna need to pay IHS, right? And it's a hell of money. So if you have much to sponsor as many family members as possible. Honestly, I don't know if there's a limit to the number of people you can bring in, but I've seen people come to the UK with 3 dependents, 4 dependents, and as students. But I know recently the Prime Minister Rishi was saying something about limiting the number of dependents that follow students to the UK, particularly for masters, because it's like they feel people are abusing the privilege. The restriction is basically for master's students. I'm not sure they're going to implement that for PhD, because PhD is for at least 3 years. You don't expect someone to come to the UK for 3 years without at least 1 dependent. And how are you going to cope? So if this is strictly for PhD students, I'm not sure they will have issues with the number of dependents they have. That will depend completely on their pocket. Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much for that. If you apply with the dependents, do you make the application separately? So you apply, each dependent submits an application right from the beginning, or when you are applying as the main applicant, you include their names, their details in your application, and then you just submit one application. How is that?
No, when you're submitting your application for a visa, of course, you'll be asked if you're coming with dependents, if you have dependents, and if you'll be coming with them. So
Hmm.
if you're coming with them or you wish to come with them, you'll state it in your own visa application that you've got. I have more than two dependents. I have more than my husband and my son. So I listed like 10 different dependents, but I mentioned I'll be coming with just two.
Hmm.
The application process is actually very user friendly. The interface is quite user friendly because they will ask, list, okay, mention your dependent, your relationship with the dependent. Is this dependent following you to the UK? So you will state it there if they are coming or not. And
Hmm.
after you've submitted your application, you're going to need to make another application for each dependent. Okay, so you've mentioned that they'll be coming, but that does not stop you from applying for them separately. So you're going to apply for them separately. Now you can apply at the time of your application. You can submit their own application at the time of yours.
Hmm.
Okay, so in my case, I came with my husband and my son. When I submitted mine, I had to make another application for my husband, another one for my son. And so we submitted at the same time, three different applications at the same time. So
Okay.
it's not like all of them are lumped together into one application. No, three different applications submitted at the same time, basically on the same day. Not the same time, it's not possible because, of course, I need to finish it one before I do the other.
Hmm.
And I've seen place situations where people don't submit the applications at the same time. I have a friend who's doing his master's at Huddersfield. He submitted his, and then after like a week, he submitted that of his wife. So it's like almost the same time, but not the same day.
Okay,
So
understood.
the
So when
question, it's not possible for you to lump everything together in one single application and submit. It's not.
you,
Each person that is coming to the UK needs his own separate application. But the primary applicant, who is the student, needs to mention in his or application that they will be coming with social dependents with their names, passport number, and what have you. And then
okay,
the dependent will submit.
okay, now I understand. Yeah. So once you so he just has a passport.
Yeah, he has, and his own visa.
Oh, I thought babies don't need the passports.
They do. They do. It's just that okay, there's no biometric capture for them, just their face.
Hmm?
We need to turn print and do all those
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Just his face that was captured.
Oh,
Goodness, we're on national TV, international TV, and you're struggling.
that, that's beautiful. I mean, can you imagine a baby getting a passport? The people that I know who are now in their 70s and they've never obtained a passport. Jazz, you are so international. You should be so proud of yourself. Okay. So when you are making the application for other dependents, they don't
Yeah.
have to mention that they are coming with you.
I can't remember everything in the application vividly, but I know even if you are asked, if they were asked, I mentioned that yes, they'll be coming. But I think they were not. Their own application was shorter than mine. I, as the main applicant, had a lot of questions to answer in the whole application process. Coming with a dependent, your relationship, their age, their is it where they'll be living? Will they be living with you? Things like that. But when I was submitting their own application, it was very simple questions. Okay, you'll be coming with who? So I wrote they'll be coming with me. Ah, Abdurrahman, goodness, this is not fair. Oh, national TV. Oh, I need to win you. Goodness. Ooh.
It's
He
okay.
doesn't even care where we are, just wants his food. Take,
Let him enjoy. Come on. It's really good.
take, finish it. Mm.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's, people should just have it at the back of their mind that if they want to come with dependents, they need to submit a separate application for each dependent. And the questions, just answer them as honestly as possible. That's all. And then for a child,
Mm.
you submit a letter of consent on behalf of your child that will be signed by both parents that, yeah, they are consenting for the boy to apply or for the child to apply for a visa. So I wrote a letter
Mm.
that my husband and I had to sign that we're his parents. He's been with us. We showed them his birth certificate and our names are written on the birth certificate and stuff like that. So
Oh wow! So you just write that dear Salvador, my name is this, and I'm
yeah,
this person. We are here confirming that this baby belongs to us, and we want to go with him to the UK, and he is going to stay with us for the rest of his life. Is that what you
no,
really?
for the rest of his childhood life.
Ah, what no?
I
Now,
think there's always a template somewhere in on the visa web page. There's
oh,
these guys are actually very thoughtful. They've made it easy. It's any information you need to get is there on the site. You just need to look for it.
no, yeah. So the problem comes in when you don't know where to look and you don't really know what you
I
want.
think it's visa.gov
Yeah.
ukvisa.gov.org.
I will
Something
share
like
that
this.
link in. I'll share that
Yes.
link in. Yeah, and there
Mm.
is a lot of information on that website.
And it's continue. Do you know I was scared for this? I actually wanted the meeting to be in school where I'll be alone and there'll be no any little human distracting me. Hmm.
No, it's fine. It's so good, for people to confirm that you actually came to the UK with the baby.
Okay.
Confirmation.
Okay, ma'am, come
So,
on, ma'am.
Mariam,
Yes,
when you're making the application for the dependents, uh,
yeah.
the link is the same or when you
Look,
submit.
there are different links.
Okay,
And
because I.
on the same website, right?
Hmm.
They ask questions. Are you coming to the UK as a dependent? Your name, your date of birth, and then they bring a list of visas that you are eligible to apply for as a dependent.
Mm, mm,
And
mm,
then you choose. In goodness, I had to do a lot of Google search that period. But you know what? I can after this interview, oh, I can check my emails with the visa office and confirm the type I applied for them so that people don't make mistakes. Because I can when I was doing mine, there were several kind of visas for dependents.
mm.
So just to be doubly sure of which of the visa type you need to apply for a dependent. I'll check, I promise.
Okay,
I'll
that was
check
really
and
helpful. Yeah,
get
that's
back to you.
helpful, Mariam. Yeah, okay, perfect. And when you're paying your I
IHS
yeah, IHS, you pay the you pay you pay
oh,
the amount together or you pay separately.
separately. When you finish your application, you know it's going to take you to a site for IHS payment. So when I finished mine, it took me to a site for IHS payment. I made payment. When I finished the jazz's, same thing. When I finish it is that same thing. So we
Wow.
pay them separately. But I think there's a way they calculate based on whether you guys are coming together or not. Because my IHS fee was so high, it was almost £3,000 or $3,000. But theirs was, I think Abdurrahman's was less than 1,000, and his dad was 1,000 plus dollars. So I don't know how they do the calculations.
£8,000.
3,000, 3,000.
Okay. Whew. Okay.
And mine was about almost $3,000.
Yes. Yeah.
Man,
The same.
all these
The
things I
same.
can actually confirm.
Yeah, the same. I also paid around 2,900 something, somewhere there, or
Okay, okay.
2,400 something. I don't remember. I couldn't pay it, so my supervisor talked to my funders and they paid. That's another
Oh,
reason I love my supervisor.
that's good. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. He talked to my funders and I think things were able to be solved. So yeah.
Excuse me,
Yeah, he
what
really
do you
helped
want?
me. So when you're done submitting all those applications for your dependents, uh,
Yeah.
you book the appointment, right, for your interview and submitting the biometrics, right?
Yes.
So is it possible? Do you go to the interview, all of you together on the same day?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what is. It depends on the day they fix your interviews. If you apply almost at the same time, I don't know if the visa office or the home office in Nigeria operates the same way as other home offices in Africa.
Hmm.
But it's not directly the UK visa that does the biometric capture. They have a license with a third party company, I think.
Mhm.
So if you pay for the IHS and book for your visa interview,
I
visa also
see.
has pay
Okay.
for visa separately.
Hmm.
When you pay for the visa, then you have the opportunity to choose a date to submit your biometrics.
Yeah.
So at the time of payment, if you're lucky, you might find a lot of space that can accommodate you and your dependent.
I don't see
Otherwise,
Mariam. You disappeared.
it's your son. He turned off the camera.
Okay. Hmm.
Now he's pushing the laptop. If you're lucky, you get to choose the same date. If you are not, you guys might have to submit your biometrics on separate days. But I think it's easier when you guys go together. Just travel at the same time and do what you do once and for all.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. For Ijaz, definitely you go with him. And then on his appointment day, you also take him, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When you're taking Ijaz, in case you have different appointments, parents should both parents go or only one is enough?
A single parent is enough for the child.
Okay, that makes absolute sense. And when you're done with everything, how long does it take for you to get all your visas in?
Okay, it depends on the kind of visa you apply for. We applied for standard visa because that was the cheapest.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to take, I think the lady that interviewed us was like, you applied for standard visa? Ah, but you're not in a haste, right? I was like, of course I'm in a haste. Standard visa, it takes like, was it 3 months, she said, or something? You should have applied for one other name. I was like, see, even the standard visa, I had to save up to be able to afford it. So don't tell me to pay
Yeah.
for something more expensive.
Mm.
But as God will have it, I don't know if she was just trying to exaggerate the time it takes for standard visa to be ready, or she was trying to indirectly market the
Mm.
other kind of visas. Within 15 days, our visa was ready. Our visas were ready. I was shocked. We applied in December, I think on the a day to Christmas, right? We applied on the 23rd or 24th of December, and then it came out on the 6th of January.
Wow. Mm. Wow,
It was
that's
ready.
good. That's beautiful. I applied.
Honestly, we were shocked. We were not expecting it to be that fast. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a once in a while thing or it's
Mm.
normal for it to be that fast. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, that period they are not so busy. This period they are extremely busy. August, September. I applied
Yeah,
and I had to extend my flights twice. It was so painful, but that's life. Yeah, oh, it was so painful. Calling them, you have to pay, emailing them, you have to pay. It's just a pain in something that I won't even
it's
say. It
one hell of a process.
was
We
painful.
didn't book our flight until our visas were ready. Anyway, we didn't do the booking ourselves. It's the university that paid for our flight. So as soon
Hmm.
as I told them that our visas were ready, they booked the flight.
Oh, that's good. Wow. Mariam, that's so good. You got a very good scholarship. Yeah. For mine, they didn't pay my flights, but I'm happy they covered the IHS fee because, I could.
Goodness, it's a nightmare.
Oh, that thing, it hurts me so much that, even if you pay for you can pay for that 1 year as a master's student, you go back to Africa when you have not gotten any services from the hospital. Even if you book an appointment, it takes ages. Like, why do you want us to pay all that money when we're not going to use it?
Because they're indirectly telling us to fix our continent, fix our countries, and stop coming to stop them in their country.
I'm like, at least return 50% of it, If you have
Did you
not
listen to the last
50% of it,
there
or
was a time recently, Rishi was saying that they can generate as high as 50, 50 million plus pounds per year from IHS.
yeah, that's a lot of money and we don't
Three
benefit.
or 58, I can't remember the exact figure. So what? So they're trying to increase it to generate more. So it's like a revenue generating thing for them.
It's not
You
fair.
you pay for IHS and you may never get to use NHS service while you're here.
It's not fair. I'm so mad. It's coming to a year. I've never gotten any services from NHS. And
No,
I'm
I've
like,
gotten services from them, but it's not like paying for any drug. Abdurrahman, why do you want to close the laptop? Why?
he needs attention.
Okay, now you have my attention, darling. Come, 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 come. Come to mama. Come to mama.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Mariam, Mariam, I think those are the main questions.
All right.
I I don't know if there is anything that we need to for the visa, definitely for the person to ask for the visa prices. I think the price for you and your husband, they are different because you are
That's the same.
are they
It is
different?
this application. This is the same. It's the this IHS fee that varies, but the visa application fee is the same for adults and the same for all kids. So
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Okay, then. Yeah. So do you think there is anything else we should need to talk about, Mariam, or anything that's really important?
let's see. So I just want people to be honest as much as possible
Mm,
because I've had situations. Okay, I'm on scholarship, right? There are people that are not on scholarship that need to show proof of fund. Oh,
mm,
they need to show that they can afford to stay in the UK, I think, for 8 months without issues with their family. So you need to show that you can afford that. And
mm,
then sometimes people lie about that or they find a way of just circumventing that issue. And then you get to the airport and the customs demand to see your account details and they realize that the money you claim to have is not there. I had, I've not seen for myself, but I heard that there are instances where things like this happen and then they deport you back.
mm.
What is
It just needs attention. You know what?
see your
Actually,
friends?
we can stop this interview and in the next one we can go through the online application together with Mariam.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you are at the university, we can go through the online application together.
That's when I'm in school.
So no worries at all. Yeah, so thank you so much everybody who joined in here. We shall be making another video, but in case there is anything you
Say
would
bye
like,
bye. Say bye bye. Say bye bye.
he's not happy. Don't force him to do things he doesn't like.
Just say bye bye. So you respond. Say bye bye to him.
No, he's not happy. Mariam, bye. Before you disappear, bye. And thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Guys, leave any question you have in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and share. We shall try as much as we can to get as more information as we can. Thank you so much. Bye. Love ya.